Hello, welcome to Cooking with Cornbread. Go Colts, been a while. Go Donald Trump, been a while. Been a while from my video too. I just hadn't done anything really. Kind of got bored with the whole thing and whatever. So today we're doing a chocolate Ooey Gooey butter cake. If you watch Food Network with Paula Deen, everybody talks about her Ooey Gooey butter cakes. And that's what we're doing. So let's get on with it. Ingredient list is 2 sticks of butter melted and divided. And I'll get to that here in a minute. I got all kinds of tips for you guys, man. 1 18 1/4 ounce package of cake mix. I'll get to that in a minute. Got all kinds of tips for you guys. It says 3 eggs divided. Now this, be mindful that let's back up. So cake mix. Anybody that knows me knows what it is. Madeline.
Hello.
She's trying to come in. Anyhow, anybody that knows me knows that I do not like cake mixes. I really enjoy making my own cakes. It's a whole lot funner, a whole lot more. I guess it's better for you. I don't know. Who knows what all they put in them boxes. But this recipe came from Paula Deen's website, and that's why I'm using the box, because that's what was on it. And I've seen the show where she done it back in the day. So 2 sticks butter melted, divided. Get back to that. 18.25 ounce package of cake mix. Get back to that later. 3 eggs, it says divided, but we'll get to it. 1 8 ounce blocks of cream cheese softened. I'll get to a tip on that. A teaspoon of vanilla. A cup of chopped nuts, optional. I don't think I'm doing nuts. I've got some almonds if I wanted to put in there, but I'm not doing it. I don't think it'll work. I don't think you need that. And 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. There she is. Let me put it down. Sorry for my hand, folks. Alright, so let's get to work. I'll put you down. Show you the cutting board. Alright, and first and foremost is the butter. I've got a stick right here that's still hard. It's not melted. I've melted a stick, so it says divided, and there's no sense in melting one, measuring out 8 tablespoons, and then melting both of them and measuring it out. My tip is, so I melted this on the stove. You could certainly do it in the microwave, but I don't like doing that. To melt, I do soften in the microwave, but if you do it, this is the reason why. If you do it, you can do it out of the microwave too, I guess. If you do it on a stovetop, and then notice that my butter's still melted. I guess, yeah, you can see it in there. Still melted. So it's been off long enough that I can hold the pot, right? And you don't want to go with high temps with melting butter anyways for cake recipes. But my point is you don't want to put that in there with your raw eggs. It'll cook them. Alright, here we go. So I've got a empty mixing bowl, and what you see right here is, let me center you up, is a scale. Now I don't know about where you come from, but where I come from, I cannot find an 18 1/4 ounce. I don't know if it's a typo, but that's the second recipe of hers I've seen. I've seen the original Ooey Gooey butter cake and the chocolate Ooey Gooey butter cake. Both call for 18 1/4 ounce package, and I can only find 15 1/4 ounce. So what I do is go ahead and turn my scale on and let it zero out. And it's zeroed, and I got it set to pounds and ounces. If you didn't know, there's 16 ounces to a pound. So with this scale, I can't do just ounces, so it'll be 1 pound, 2.25 or 2.3 ounces. Do you want to put it in?
Yeah, what?
Be my guest.
That one?
Yep, we're going to put it in this bowl. Just dump your package in the bowl. And then I've got another package here.
What? Bring me my phone.
You should go ahead and preheat your oven to 350, by the way. I did not say that. And you know what? I screwed up.
What?
That's okay. I got another bowl.
Another bowl!
It's a bigger bowl. But before you put that in there, I got the scale to go up to the ounces. You tear it out, or zero it out with the bowl on it. So we'll dump that mix back in there. I want to hurry up here because I want to do this all in one video, and I'm at 15. It says 15.4 ounces. Now, yeah, okay. So we take the other cake mix, and my oldest daughter will want me to. That's Kinley. Will want me to save the rest of it, and we'll make a cake out of it. She likes making cakes too. But just sprinkle that in until you get to 1 pound, 2.2 ounces. Simple math. And if you go over just a little bit, like I just did, no problem. Don't freak. Take it out until it says 1 pound, 2.23 ounces. And if I didn't know that she would want to use this mix, I wouldn't be carefully putting that back in the package, but I know she'll want to make this mix. You can help, buddy. So that being said, because I gotta melt another stick of butter, so I want to go ahead and get my butter in here. So for the cake part of this, 3 ingredients: the cake mix. Go ahead and do something with that.
Okay, I'll put it over here.
Yeah, I'll use it here in a minute. The butter. Get you a little rubber spatula to help you get all that out. This recipe is very forgiving, so it don't really matter. But I don't know. I'm not stirring. I'm just mixing. So what I'm going to do, I left that burner on warm.
It's my gum.
I don't know, bud. Get rid of this sharp knife.
No. Daddy, in my gum ball.
No, she didn't.
Your gum ball?
You ate it.
Yeah. Mommy. Here. Thank you.
So we'll go ahead and get this other stick melting so I can get it cooling. Like I said, not a high heat. Obviously, we're not frying. And the 3 eggs divided it talked about. So it's not really divided, and I'm OCD about that. Nope, don't need another egg. I only needed 1 egg. 1 egg. 3 simple ingredients for this part of the recipe.
I'm gonna mix.
Nope, you're not mixing. Alright, we can take our scale out of the way. We will need that scale later. Then it turns off by itself. Mix away. And I will warn you that this is quite thick. I thought I'd messed the recipe up the first time I done this. Like it'll barely come together, man. You get more Madeline dancing than you are me mixing. Hey Madeline. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call an audible. If you can see, it's not really coming together like I'd like. So I'm going to use one more egg.
One more egg?
I know this will work, but give me an egg out, please. I know it'll work because I messed up and used 2 eggs in the cake mix before, but it's not coming together near the way I would like.
She got 1 egg.
Yep. Go ahead and crack it and put it in your bowl.
Ew.
And that'll help loosen that batter up just a little bit, but this batter is very, very tight. This is good arm workout here. Alright. Don't even bother with cleaning them off. I'll explain your beaters on your mixer. Put that in there. I'll explain that here in a minute. We got to get going. So I have greased, and this isn't flour for a chocolate cake. Use cocoa powder. You don't have to go up the sides like I did. I do. That's just a habit of mine. But generally, when a cake is done, it'll pull away from the sides anyways. That's one of the ways that you know that it's done. So I'm going to show you this batter. See, it don't pour out. Does not pour out.
It's a hydrofoil. I have a little gum.
You got some gum?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's got gum, everybody.
Maybe later.
And we're fixing to make it's icing, but it's not really icing. It's cream cheese frosting, but I'll explain that too. But normally I'd use the same bowl, but I screwed that other bowl up, so I'll just use it. But I would have no problem mixing that other stuff up in here. Keep an eye on your melting butter, because as soon as it's melted, you want to take it back off so we can start the other process. Now I am going to reuse this spatula. Had I been thinking, I would have just used it to get the butter out of the pan. No stand mixer this time. So what you want to do is just get your hands in there and get dirty and just spread that out in an even layer.
Looks weird.
Yep, it don't look like a cake batter.
It looks like
Spreading it out, spreading it out.
Can I try?
Nope, you'll get dirty and I'll get in trouble. I know none of y'all care if you get dirty. Y'all don't care if you get things dirty. You don't have to clean it. And me and your mama does. And you can see some of that batter sticking to my hands. There's enough butter in here. Matter of fact, she says in the recipe video that there's enough butter in here that you probably don't even have to worry about doing the bottom of the pan. It's alright though. You could even use parchment paper. Normally I do, but there's enough butter in here that I'm not worried about it. Just kind of get your fingerprints out of it. Alright. Check on our butter again. And it is indeed, excuse me, it's hot, melted.
You in your house?
That's the only thing. I got a dab of that cake mix on me. And a little butter. So just wipe your hands off. And I will need that scale again. Because they only sell 2-pound packages. I only get 2-pound packages of powdered sugar, which 8 pound is roughly 2 cups. So I need that other bowl back. Is this it?
Yeah, that one.
All right. It's still got a little of that chocolate cake mix, but that's okay. Now I had the foresight enough to let this out and soften naturally, come to room temp. If not, take it out of its package. Don't put this package in the microwave because it's aluminum. Take it out of the package, put it on a paper plate, cut it up in like 1-inch cubes.
That looks gross.
You guys wouldn't like it. It's sour.
Well, Mama put it on the pickles I ate.
Cream cheese?
Yeah.
Maybe you would like it. I don't know.
Let's get the cream. You already have.
So I am OCD about getting all the cream cheese off.
You have the cream.
And what we'll do is just use our mixer to kind of scrape that off. But anyways, cut it up in little cubes. Put it on a paper plate or a microwave safe plate. Pop that dude in the nuker for 3 minutes or 30 seconds, 3 minutes, and it'll soften right up for you. So we're going to take and go ahead and start creaming we'll cream the cream cheese, get it going a little bit.
Hello, people.
All right, the 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and this is Hershey's cocoa powder.
I could have used that for my I don't want it. The thing I made last night.
There's no difference in it, and
Want the cocoa powder?
yeah, it's just cocoa powder, man.
But
It just happened.
cocoa powder.
It just happened. That's enough. It just happened to be what the dollar store had, actually. I like this little spoon. And we'll go ahead and put our vanilla extract in. And go ahead and get you some vanilla extract. Don't do imitation. There is a difference. It tastes like crap. Imitation does. Notice that it didn't. Actually, I am going to put a pinch of salt in this. I try to avoid doing that in the cake mix. Because I do, if I do a homemade cake, but that I think it's probably already got sodium in it. So we're going to go ahead Mix this around. And the recipe says to go ahead and put the powdered sugar in. I'm not doing that because I know that's going to make it really hard. To mix together. And you can see this is cool to touch. It's not hot, so it's not going to hurt anything. So I go ahead and put my butter in. Oh, I forgot my eggs too. This takes 2 eggs, so I put that butter in. I know it's warm, so I'll go ahead and start mixing that with the cream cheese, and then it'll give it enough to cool down. Cool down enough for so we don't cook our eggs. And this ain't gonna mix too well with your cream cheese. It look like I don't know, not to be gross, but it'll look like vomit. A little bit. That's okay. This is a very kid-friendly recipe, and if I wasn't doing the video, I'd certainly be all in with them doing it. Kinley's gotten to where she can make just regular old cakes, and she makes her own buttercream. Find out how to make buttercream with Crisco or vegetable shortening. Quit buying the frosting at Walmart or wherever you shop at, the pre-made frosting. You can make your own flavors, and it's just so much better. I don't know if it's better for you. I would venture to say so, because like I said about the cake mix, who knows what they put in there. And it's cake, man. Cake is not good for you anyway. But if I'm lying, I'm dying. Homemade buttercream, homemade whipped cream, so much better. We're going to turn our scale back on. And it's on. Put your mixing bowl on there. Zero it back out. And then, now if you can find the 1 pound boxes, you do you, baby. This is just what I like to use. It's great value. Powdered sugar, and you just add, and if you're smart, you add in one spot. So if you get too much, you can take it back out. But this is the sweetening part of it, so it ain't going to matter if you get a little too much. But you take that up to 1 pound or 16 ounces. See, I got a ½ ounce too much, and it's not going to hurt a thing, because this is the sweetening part of it. So this is essentially a chocolate cream cheese. Could be a frosting, although we put the 2 eggs in there. Now this is going to be a crispy layer on top of the cake. I did not realize that when I made it the first time. And then the first time I made a vanilla, and this time it's chocolate. There's a little story behind that. A little birdie told me that my preacher's wife did not get her piece that she saved from Paula Dean's restaurant in Nashville, because my preacher, who's supposed to be on a diet, nibbled on it. Here's a little bit of a tip too, is when you got all that powdered sugar in there, and You're using a hand mixer. Start off with it on low, or that stuff will end up in your face. Once you get it up high enough, or most of it mixed in, go ahead and take it to town. Now, I know that has eggs in it. Don't care. My kids will eat that. Yep, I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to let them have the bowl too. I'll save a little bit of it. But take the frosting. Now, it comes out very similar to cake batter. It's thicker. We're going to put that in a blob and then spread it around. Again, I'll purposefully not get all of it so they can have some from the bowl to a little snack. If you're afraid of giving your kids stuff that has raw eggs in it, then by all means, don't do what I do. You don't have to, but we all have done it. Just taking. You don't have to pat it, I guess. I do. Just spreading it out evenly, and this will not set up here like this. It'll come out poofed up and pulled away from the edges like a normal cake, and then when you let it cool, it will sink back down and it'll be very thick, very dense. Toothpicks. Again, we've had our oven preheated for 350. It's going to set in there for 40 to 50 minutes, and with my oven 40 minutes was probably a shade too long, but all that cake did get ate. Go ahead and get you 2 or 3 toothpicks out. 40 minutes. Check the center. If it comes out liquidy, leave it in for a little longer. If it comes out clean, you're good. If it comes out with a little chunk on it, you're probably pretty good too. It's supposed to be gooey, hence the name. There you go, my friends. Ooey gooey butter cake. Chocolate. Jody, hope you like it.